afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bell. It is Thursday, May 30th, 2024. It is 60 seconds after the bell, which means it's time to go beyond the news, beyond the charts, beyond the bell. Brought to you by our good friends over at the Blue Sky Trading Company for the clearest path to a live brokerage account. Live trading with Mike every day in the Discord. In this fan-freaking-tastic show, you have no reason to get your education, to get your accounts anywhere. Check us out, bluesky.pro. It is Thursday. We are now officially over the hump because it was a 4-day weekend. It's hump day on Wednesday. Trying to figure out the where and the when of the hump is very important. So, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because there's not that many 4-day weeks. So, how's everyone doing today? Man, look at all the people in the chat. It's almost like we announced a giveaway today or something. Tyler, Seif, Chantel, JG, Ethan, let's see, Raxeth, Chris, some other names I'm not seeing here. Tiana, Drawn, Henrik, Tio, Winky, Rich, Hope. Nice to see you guys. Hope everyone is doing well today. Guys, let's not waste any time. We are going to announce we're going to post the link for the giveaway momentarily, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the big picture. We're going to start today in the ES, guys. The ES is trending downward and has been for basically for all of this week, right? So Monday, not a lot of action because of the holiday. So here's basically the early morning Tuesday. Here's the Tuesday open. We're basically down over 100 points, or almost 100 points in the ES. The 2220 to 2200 level is sort of the line in the sand as far as the gamma analysts go and the options analysts go. Anything below that, and it's sort of a free-for-all. Honestly, guys, I could sit down here. I did this earlier today for my community and sort of break down some of the what's coming in terms of the macro news, how everything's going to go with that. Honestly, we really just need to get through this week and move into late next week, because obviously 2 weeks from yesterday is our next FOMC meeting, and that's there's not going to be a lot of drama in the announcement, of course, like there wasn't last time, but hearing Chairman Powell's press conference, hearing some of the Fed speakers afterwards is, I think, going to set the tone for the rest of the market year. As we move into September, the Fed Watch tool has over 50% chance of a rate change at that point, mostly favoring a cut. But we're going to see what's going to happen. Obviously, the next round of inflation numbers, a jobs report next week, a whole lot of other things coming down the pipe. We said on Tuesday, guys, we're kind of in a news vacuum right now. There's just not a whole lot going on. So we're just getting some inconsistent and some weird movement, which is definitely interesting to see. NQ broke below the 18,700 level. We're still kind of in a little bit of a zone here, not really worth drawing permanently. So we're still kind of into an area of support here, but below 550, which we went down and tagged, guys. So we took a test at that, and it was rejected. Anything below here, I am basically bearish all the way down to this level here. So it'd be about the 350 to 300 level. So it could be a 200-point swing happening. As we've seen, guys, these things happen quickly, right? This has been a hallmark of the market so far this year, but especially in the past couple of months, right? Big, strong, multi-candle moves on the 4-hour. So would not shock me if we get a decent move down here. Or if tomorrow we poke back above here, by Monday or Tuesday's close, we could be retesting 19K. So a lot of possibilities on the table. They made us earn it today, guys, and they made us wait for it. If we look at hold on, let me get a 5-minute of the NQ here. Really not much of a trading day until the very end. You can look at this, guys. In hindsight, this looks like a nice little downturn here, right? But again, one of the things we got to look at with any move down, is it done with conviction, and is it done without a whole lot of pushback from the other side? And we can see here, guys, especially up here, we have long candle wicks, shadows, whatever you want to call them, in both directions, really, for most of this move down. So, again, just sort of a herky-jerky day in the markets. Not a whole lot, almost nothing going on here, very little going on here. Nice move down in power hour, but in power hour, things can be very erratic, and sometimes moves can happen with little to no warning. So it's a very tough session to trade. I like to get most of my trading done in the first about 2 to 2.5 hours of the market. It seems to be where my strategies and my style and my attention span sort of survive the most. So with that in mind, guys, sorry, let me catch up on the chat. Oh, first of all, thank you to our good friend Josh, manning the home office back in Waskelu, Nebraska today. And if you see here at the top of the chat, guys, where it says Blue Sky Trading Company, the gleam.io link, that is how you sign up for the giveaway. We are giving away two evals of your choice with the Blue Sky Trading Company. You'll get a 1-month subscription to the eval size of your choice. You can pick any of the 3 premiums and either 2 statics, whatever you'd like. We will do that drawing in just about 15 minutes. So, gosh, look at everyone in here today. Let's see. Tim, hello. Chris, Casey, Rocco, Dragon, Philip, Jennifer, Too Short, Tipped. Let's see. Yisrael, Rakseth, 23 Capital Trades. Always glad to see everybody. I see some new names. So if this is your if this is your first time watching the show, can you just say, don't say yes or no because I won't. Just say first timer here or something like that because I always like to welcome first timer. First of all, has anyone? I forgot to ask this yesterday. I apologize. Has anyone passed an eval either yesterday or today? We need to take a moment and acknowledge you, or if you made it from Blue Live into a brokerage account, or if you made your first ever withdrawal from your brokerage account. We want to hear from you. We want to acknowledge you, and we want to let you know, hey, you're making steps in the right direction. Not the end goal, of course. None of those are the end goal. The end goal is to be continuously and often making withdrawals. But we got to celebrate some of the little steps on the way. First timer, Luis, nice to see you. Always welcome, my friend. We're here. Obviously, we weren't here Monday because of the holiday, but we're here Monday through Thursday at 4 o'clock. We usually start within 30 seconds of the bell, and we go for about 30 minutes, so I hope you're always able to join us. We talk some technical analysis like we just did. We break down the markets, but especially on a day like today, I want to open up a lot of time for questions because, honestly, when I was a newer trader, that was the one thing I wanted most. I wanted somebody, an experienced, successful trader, and I wanted to ask them questions, right? Like that's... nothing bugs me more than somebody doing a long webinar and asking for your attention and trying to sell you something and not taking questions. So, by the way, guys, I do have, actually, I don't have it handy, so I'll put it out next week. But 1 week from today at 9 a.m. Eastern on, June 6th, I'm doing a free webinar for the Mad Hedge Fund Trader folks. I do something for them about 3 times a year. It's an amazing collection of traders, swing traders, day traders, futures, options, stocks, crypto, the whole nine. About 20 talks over 3 days, and I will give you. Actually, when we're doing the giveaway, I'll look up that. I will look up that link and get that to you. So anyway. Let's see. So who do we... First withdrawal, Casey, congratulations, my friend. Steaks on you tonight. Well, not tonight. I don't know where you live and if there's a decent steakhouse anywhere near you, but take... don't go, blowing money you just made on a withdrawal, but find something small. Maybe it's a Snickers bar. Maybe it's a nice craft beer that you like or something. Just reward yourself a little bit. Again, don't blow it on thousands of dollars worth of stuff you don't need, but definitely take the opportunity and acknowledge what you did and celebrate it. We don't throw parades for passing evals or first withdrawals, right? But we do acknowledge it, and we do wish you well on that. So congratulations. Did I see David too? Somebody said David too. Well, David, whatever you did, congratulations to you too as well, my friend. Oh, Casey's at Chicago area. I'm from the Chicago area as well. Yes, actually, the Morton's on. What is that? River North. That's where I go quite a bit. So. Usually hit my fiance really likes to hit some of the comedy shows, the theater shows there, so we'll go, and Morton's is one of our staples beforehand. So definitely check that out. They're first timer, what do you think of the IFVG strategy? I don't have the slightest freaking clue what that is, Frank. There's too many acronyms in this game now, to be honest with me. I don't. IFVG, ICT, PPT, CBI, CTI, CBI, PPI, BBC, DVD, Jubidoo, Scooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo? Whatever the case may be. Yeah, there's way too many acronyms. Listen, I get it, guys. Like actually, I don't have any courses right now, but I'm in the process of recording and putting together my first full-length strategy course. I'll tell you about it when it comes out. But there's so much pressure to let's come up with a catchy name or this. And listen, I have a marketing background. I was a public relations minor in college, so I understand some of that stuff. But I'd rather just there's no fancy names for my course. The one I'm working on, it's just called Day Trading with Renko Charts, right? It tells you exactly what it is. It's not flashy, it's not sexy, it won't make for a fun logo, but you know what? You just reading the title, you know exactly what it is, and you have a pretty good idea of what you're going to get. So be careful, guys, getting into gimmicks in this business. That's the lesson of the day. We're going to go into the lesson of the day graphic for that. I put time and effort on that graph. I'm going to use it a little more, damn it. Anyway, just be careful. I'm not saying just because something has a flashy title or something, it's a gimmick and it's not successful. So don't take, but guys, I always tell you this, and even with something with me, a course with me or my community or thing like that, always view it skeptically. Right? Because you really don't know the level of success of any of these kinds of things. There's a lot of great indicators and tools and all that kind of stuff out there. There's nothing wrong with taking something for a test drive or joining a community, especially for like 100, 150 a month, trying it for a month. Don't pay for an annual price or something like that on something you haven't had the opportunity to try out, right? I'm not here to pump any of my stuff, guys, but I have a paid community. It's only $100 a month, but I give people a $7 for 7-day trial to try it out. You can come in, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not, right? Something like the Blue Sky Discord. There's a lot of good knowledge passed around in there during the day. I know some of you check it quite often. Some of you check it once or twice a day. Mike is in there live trading. Maybe Mike's style works for you. Maybe it doesn't. That's okay, right? Get in there, ask questions, come to this show, ask questions. I've worked with several traders whose my style's just not really for them. Guess what? That's okay. But always view things skeptically, and always take some time. Yeah, the PAPS version. So yeah, playing the trade F and G, a fair value gap. Okay. So no, Frank, I'm not familiar with that. But again, it's like everything else. Test it, trial it. You've got to have a winning percentage and you've got to have a risk reward, right? Like my bread and butter trading is a 1.5 to 1 or 1.8 to 1 varying. 2 to 1's a little, it's kind of tough to find sometimes, especially with my style of trading. But let's say I'm risking like 30 handles in the NQ, or I'm risking 20 to make 30, or risking, more likely I'm risking 15 to make like 25. And I have a winning percentage of over 50%, usually closer to 60, right? So that's how I make money. When somebody asks, how do you make money in trading? You're not going to break down a strategy for them. This has been said a lot in this business, guys. Josh sums it up very well. He said this in the Discord many times, is that we are not in the trading business. We're in the risk management business. You can have, guys, one of the best trading systems in the world. And if you are not able to manage your risk and your emotions, you will not be successful. Right? We can prop firms, the big ones in New York and Chicago, the in-person prop firms, especially before the pandemic, they've done experiments. They've handed new traders strategies that are tested, tried, and have a definable edge over years of use. And newer traders can't manage it. They can't manage their emotions. They can't manage their risk. They make poor decisions, even when the rules are right there in front of them. Okay, so again, we are in the risk management business. So any system you want to try out, maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. And just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it doesn't work, right? I've learned from several traders over the years. When I first started in the futures 5+ years ago, I went into a live trading room of somebody that I knew from my swing trading days and watched for a couple months. It was informative. I learned a lot, but his style was nowhere near my style, and it was just a little too fast-paced for me. So I took what I learned, I asked my questions, and after 3 months, I was gone. That's okay, right? There is no necessarily right or wrong path or right or wrong answer as to where you get your education. Just make sure you're honestly, guys, it is making me a little nervous that there's more and more educators popping up. And listen, I make most of my money trading. If I decided to stop the education thing 5 years from now, so be it. So and more quality education is good. I root for retail traders. So the more that are out there, but guys, honestly, if somebody doesn't have a website, like I saw one the other day, it's just somebody that's advertising some strategy that they trade on YouTube, and they want you to subscribe to their Patreon or whatever, however the hell that's pronounced. Come on, man. If it's somebody who doesn't even have the time, energy, effort, or money to build out their own website, which is not, guys, I'm not technologically savvy. I built and operate my website on my own. Okay, and if I can do it with no background in that, and somebody who just wants your money without the time and the effort to properly present themselves to you, right? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So just view everything skeptically. Don't pay more than a couple $100 to test drive something, right? Now, like subscription-based communities, whether they're live trading, that's okay. Just make sure it works for you, right? All right. Yeah, let's get the likes going, guys. So I'm giving you about a 5-minute warning to sign up for the giveaway, guys, and then we will spin the wheel o' names. While I'm thinking about it, guys, just a second here. So this is the link to sign up for my talk next week. Again, it's a free talk. It's in the morning, and they'll send you the whole schedule. But this is the link to sign up for that. I just put it in the chat. It's under Teresi's Trading there. It just says madhedge.com. So please check that out. Again, I'm Thursday at 8 a.m. Or 9 a.m. Eastern, so you can start your day with me, and hopefully you learned something from that. I'm going to be going over some of the Renko chart stuff. All right, guys, so I want to turn to you guys in the questions. So we're going to open the Trader Mailbag. As always, if you have any questions for the Trader Mailbag, reach out to me via Discord, Trader Matt. You can also email me, or if you just have any trading-related questions, Matt at TiresiasTrading.com. That's TIRESIAS Trading.com. And again, please sign up for that that talk I'm giving, and hopefully you learn something. Again, the Mad Hedge Fund, John Thomas has been running a newsletter basically since the late 70s. He's been doing this, and but he gathers traders from all over the world, and different styles, different time frames, everything. I'm actually one of the few day traders that does that event, and so it's a great event. There's always a really big and really engaged audience, a lot like this show. It's one of the reasons I love doing this show, because you guys keep showing up, you keep asking good questions. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys now, and I want you to ask whatever questions that you have about anything trading related, or just life. We can talk about life. I am in no way qualified to do that. But most likely if you ask somebody else, they're going to give you bad advice. So I can at least give you bad advice and save you. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking trading here today. And it's just water in this cup. If I put something a little more fun in here, we could have some more fun conversations. But I like to keep it at least semi-professional on this show, right? All right, so let me catch up on the questions here. Pork belly ribs. Yeah, that does sound good. Inverse fair value gap start similar to major rejection of a single TPO. The good old time price opportunities. Once I enter the drawing, I have an entry. I just need to hit the done option. I think that's correct, Omar, but I don't ever sign up for the giveaway. Wouldn't that be shady if I did? And one oh my God, the shenanigans would get called pretty heavy on that. But no, they've never told me I'm ineligible. I just assume I'm ineligible. Regardless, I want you guys to win it for showing up. So, what's the single most important concept to keep in mind while trading? Buy low and sell high. That's it. I mean, it's kind of overly simplified, but really that is it. Now, a drawdown, I think I appreciate the question. It's the important concept is just trade your setups, right? Find a setup that either is back tested or you've tested live for several weeks, if not a few months, and just trade your setups. Guys, when I have there are certain market conditions I really like. Some I like way more than others, but ultimately, if I see a setup, I trade my setup. End of story. It's really not. It doesn't. People overcomplicate this business all the time, and you almost have to dial it back, because people really think it's trading is not easy. It will never be easy. It's never been easy. It never will be easy. Okay, but it is simple. When it's done right, it's just simple. See a setup, take a setup. That's really it. And people, when they really get through that, and they don't understand, it's like, really, is it really this simple? Again, I don't want to use the word easy. Is it really this simple? Yeah, it is. You got to put in the work. There are no shortcuts, guys. Good education, like what's provided on the show and the Blue Sky Discord, stuff like that, can take months, if not years, off your learning curve. But you still got to put in the work. You got to journal. You got to keep track of your mistakes, and you've got to be able to rectify those mistakes, right? And you have to be the right amount of stubbornness. I always say you need to be stubborn enough not to quit, but not so stubborn that you won't make adjustments in your trading, especially when you're continuously losing. I understand what you're saying there, Steve, trading, but I don't like using the E word when it comes to trading. It is simple. But yes, the mental game is very difficult, but the execution of your trades, when you know what you're doing, it should be a very simple process. That's it. What are the pros and cons of 50K versus 100K accounts? Well, again, I personally would probably, I'm going off the top of my head. I don't have the account stuff in front of me, but I would look at, so I would always recommend the statics, just because you have a static drawdown, and it's, again, especially if you nail your first 2 or 3 trades, you've only got a little bit to go to the profit target and a long way to go to your stopping point. But I believe the 50K, when you ratio the profit target versus the drawdown, gives you the most favorable terms. So I would probably lean towards that one. I think it's 3,000 to 2,000 on that. I don't remember what the 100K target to draw down is. But yeah, I would probably, the 50K is probably the most popular of the non-statics for that reason. And again, guys, don't get caught up in the numbers. You know, if you know what you're doing, get to brokerage, and you know, obviously Blue Sky will work with you to scale up at that point. And 6 months down the line, it doesn't matter if you started in the 25K account or the 200K account. If you're managing your risk and you're doing well, you can be trading 5 minis in your brokerage account and making a few thousand a week. That's what we all want. That's what I want for you, right? And leveling that up and scaling that up as you go on. So. All right, so guys, 1 minute. I'm going to give you the 1 minute warning, and then we are going to close out the drawing, and we're going to spin the wheel O names. All right, let me get up pull up the wheel O names here. All right. Yeah, we really declined there at the end. All right, guys, any other questions here? Don't be a fool. That's a nice name there. Is Blue Sky hiring? I don't know. You'll have to reach out to them. Guys, I'm an independent contractor. I do not work for Blue Sky, and that I prefer that and they prefer that because it allows me to kind of, say things, and I'm not dealing with them. They're not a broker dealer, obviously, but there's still extra legal limitations that have working for them. I'm just an education provider. I've worked for major brokerages in the past. I've worked for huge education conglomerates, and now I work for myself. So I am a company of one. Everything you hear from me, or every message, every piece of material, every email is put together by me. It's why things move very slowly in my company, but they move. Everything is from me, which is very important to me. The last place I worked, I enjoyed it. There were really good people there. It was a major brokerage, which I've talked about a little bit here before. But if I wanted to put together a webinar, my slides had to go through 2 marketing people and 3 lawyers. You have no idea how happy I am to never do that again. What's the best way to learn taking profits as you see it without FOMO? That's a great question, Oscar. For me, because I was one who took profits too early pretty consistently, especially early in my day trading career. Excuse me. Scaling out has helped dramatically. So my position size now is usually 3 to 4 minis, okay? But very, very common for me, let's say I'm in an NQ trade and I'm in 3 minis, okay? Very common for me to take the first off at probably 18 to 22-ish handles of profit. Not ticks, but handles. And then the next one will be about another... sometimes 5 to 10 handles depending on the price action, and then the last one I'll let go until it usually sometimes I'll slap a trailing stop on it. Sometimes I'll just kind of monitor it and make sure it doesn't get back to where I sold the first contract. That's usually where I set my last stop profit. But yeah, it's scaling out is a very powerful thing to do, and I highly recommend every trader learning how to do that on the upside. Now I don't scale in, right? Very few times, but if I scale in, I do it 1 contract at a time. I never double down, right? I never take my full position size and double it, because then you have the possibility of losing way more money than you ever planned to, and that affects your mental game quite a bit as well. If I don't have an account yet, you're able to win an account. Yes, Luis, that's what the giveaways are. So, all right, guys. So signups are now closed. Let me get the names loaded up, and we will give some stuff away. So we are spinning the wheel, guys, twice. Just a second. Let's let this bad boy load up. And we're spinning the wheel twice. These are for 2 giveaways, 2 Blue Sky evals of your choice. There we go. All right, guys. Can I get a spin that wheel in the chat? Give me some bells. Give me spin that wheel. Let's do it. Do I trade on a personal account? Yes, I do, Steve. My broker is my money is my broker. My money is with Phillip Capital, and I trade through Edge Pro X. Actually, I got to call them back. So it's one of you signed up with Edge Pro X and mentioned my name. My broker called me, so I gotta give him a call back. But all right, so spin that wheel. Absolutely. All right, guys, let us spin that wheel. 2 spins of the wheel today for a free Blue Sky eval of your choice. Tech Player. Tech player, congratulations. You have won a Blue Sky eval of your choice. Let's spin the wheel one more time, shall we? One more time for one more. One more eval here. Tech player has won United State of Being. That's a deep name. It's very existential of you. 2371. Congratulations. You have won a free Blue Sky eval of your choice. Yeah, take these guys and screw 500K. Take these and turn them into $1 million. Just don't try to do that overnight. All right, guys, I'm going to put the link to sign up for my talk next week in the chat one more time. I ask you to, even if you can't make it, guys, or sign up and they send you the replays to that. They don't spam you a ton. They will send you a link in the morning with when these things start, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, to the Zoom. Other than that, like they're not one of those that sends you like 5 emails a day or anything like that. And by the way, when you sign up, you don't have to put your phone number. There's a place for it, but it'll go through if you don't. So I don't, and I don't recommend people do. But that's a way of going about that as well. Guys, don't forget, the May sale is still going on. It is good through tomorrow, so 50% off any Blue Sky account. So with that in mind, guys, let me just go ahead and say thank you for being here, guys. It is Thursday, which means there's no show on Friday. So thank you it's a short week for us, but a good week, a fun week. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys on Monday. Good night, everyone.